Hey y'all, Mark here. Hope y'all are having a good day today. Just started doing some stitching and I figured I'd bring y'all along here and we do another little leather talk here. So I'm working right now, I'm working on a long wallet for a lady. I may have mentioned this in the last video, but a fella bought a wallet from me on the marketplace of Facebook and ended up wanting to get a matching wallet for his wife. So he wanted the same color scheme and everything for it. And luckily I still had some leather for it, because this leather I've had for several years, probably 10 years now, that I've just been holding on to. So I just decided to make a men's wallet, and it ended up selling, and glad I had enough to do this one. So just kind of plucking away at it now, getting this done, and then I'll start in on his belt that he wants. And I'm just about finished up with that mechanic's belt as well, that second mechanic's belt the guy wanted. And so this is the second mechanic's belt that I've ever done. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of it or have done one. And but it's actually a pretty fun build to be able to go ahead and have the opportunity for. And checking on the little pup there, making sure he ain't chewing on nothing. But yeah, I got his belt I got all cut out. I got it cut off of the hide, and I've got it one end done. I got it dyed as well, but I don't have it fit for length yet. I have to actually email him. I'm pretty sure he said he wanted it at 60 length, but he wants like 12 holes in the thing because he's on a big weight loss journey, and he's already lost quite a bit, he said. So praise the Lord for that. Any of y'all who have tried to lose weight can understand a little bit sometimes on how hard that can be. I gotta tighten this up just a hair. It's wanting to move on me. Tell you, this stitching pony is the best thing to have. Without it right now, I'd be all hunched over in between my knees doing it, and so you know how that works on your back. So it's way faster getting the stitching done with this, because I'm still doing everything by hand, and which is nice. But I'm looking at I was at Walmart today grabbing some things, and I looked at a Singer heavy duty sewing machine, and I think I'm going to look that thing up to see if it would do some leather. I don't need it to go through 15 ounces of leather, but if it'd go through 6 or 8, that'd be pretty nice. Be able to save some time there and doing some things. Granted, I'd still hand stitch some things, because I like the look of a hand stitch. It looks really good. You get to doing it like this with the saddle stitch, and it just looks really nice. But hats off to the folks that able to have a sewing machine and whip them out, because I'd be done with this thing by now if it was on the machine. So I got a few projects I've been working on. I'll show you this knife sheath here. Been working on that. It's pretty much done. I just got to do some dyeing on the edges here, and then finish them up, and I'll put one more coat of finish on the front here. But this is just a basic knife sheath for your belt. I ended up let me see if I can find that here. I think it's just right here. Pardon me, I didn't expect to show you guys this, but while I'm thinking about it, I made a wooden mold to wet mold this, So I don't have the fella's knife that he's going to be using to carry this like I did with mine, but I made this wooden mold. I ended up finding this wood at the dollar store. It's like a frame, a wooden easel, I think is what it was. And so it came with just some small pieces of wood that I ended up gluing together and cutting it down to size. And then I just took my my sanding sheet and sanded it down, made the curves, and then I wrapped it in the plastic here. And boy, this thing's nice for fitting. I'm going to use this time and time again, but it just fits right in there, and then you're good to go. So I recommend doing that if you're that way. When he gets it, he can just pop any knife in here that'll fit, and over time it'll mold specifically for that knife. But he wanted a matching combo here, and well, since I showed you this, I might as well show you the belt too. Yeah, it's hanging up here, and really turned out pretty nice. He wanted kind of a matching combo here, and I went with a medium brown on this, the Phoebing's dye, and then I went with their show brown on this. Now this show brown is dark. It almost looks black if you were to just look at it real quick, but this is the mechanic's belt. If you own the buckle for it, if you all have never seen that, it's pretty interesting. So it's pretty easy to do, really. If you're interested in it, Weaver has a whole tutorial video on how to do this, because that's where I got the hardware from, was from Weaver leather. And so you just, since I don't line my belts, I use an extra piece here, and I stop it about 4 inches down. And you just take that, you pop your holes in there. They even have a template on Weaver for it, so it's real easy. You can just get it done. And then you end up, I used some rivets for this. I stitched the last one, but I really like how the rivets turned out on that. And but you put the belt keeper on the inside here, and so the belt, when you go to do it, you put it in through the back there. So this is up against your body right here, and then you just pop that in there and you're good to go. And it's really pretty slick. Called a mechanic's belt because you don't have any exposed metal that'll rub up against the car. Guitar players have been known to wear these style of belts too, and so they don't scratch up their guitar. But turned out pretty nice. That's how the front looks. I could even see, if you wanted to, you could do a little tooling here, a little design, and make it look real nice. But no, I think that's a good combo. I like how the different browns kind of, it stands out. So let me know in the comments what y'all think of that, and if you've ever done a mechanic's belt. So I'm thinking of doing a couple more up, just to have for sale, and that way if anyone else wants one, I got one, and I can just ask them what their size is. I can size it right there, cut it, finish the tip off, and be good to go. Save some time doing it that way. Actually, the guy, the fellow who I talked to who's getting out of the business, he mentioned that that's what he ended up doing, was making belts, just not finishing the length. So when he was at his booth, people would just come, he'd size them up right there, and he'd just finish it right in front of them, which is a pretty good method, because then you don't have to do the sizes up, and then turns out this size sales out, and then the person comes to your booth and you don't have any more of their size.